This is my shit right here. This shit is crazy. The evil genius
The champ is here. The champ is here. And guess what, baby? Year 17 in the books. Wow, can't believe it. Year 17. And it don't even really feel like that I've been on YouTube for that long. Well, maybe about 10 years, yeah. But God, dog. 17 long years of blood, sweat, tears, y'all watching me grow, trying to grow my following, my audience, expressing my thoughts and feelings about current events, movies, music, video games, even some of my back and forth with some other YouTubers. And I've seen so many other YouTubers just come and go, man. And like I said, I've had a lot of laughs. But yeah, what's up to the chat? Even though it's only 2 of you guys in here right now. But I said this from day one, whether if it's 2 or 2 million of y'all, I love you guys. Thank you. But yeah, man, I can't believe I've been on here for 17 years. Just a little bit of a fun fact. Trey, what's good, homie? What's good? Yeah, thank you for tuning in to my 17-year stream, man. And this is a little bit of a known fact. Like I say, I know I still look young and whatnot, but I've pretty much been on YouTube for half of my life. I'm not even kidding. Like I said, I'm in my 30s now, bro. I've been on YouTube, well, my mid-30s. Half my life. I'll be having you rolling. Thanks, bro. Thanks. I mean, like I said, it's always a blessing. It's always a vibe just, to have y'all come kick it with me, laugh with me, joke with me, all that other shit. And, even if it's like, and I want to get back into making more like comedy sketches and stuff like that. But, adulting, life, I have a ton of ideas. I like have a whole notebook of ideas of things that I want to do, things that I haven't got to do yet, which includes like collabing with some of the bigger YouTube guys. I mean, I have done that in the past, but it's a lot of the people who I've done collaborations with who have more subscribers and viewers than me who don't even really do YouTube videos anymore. But like I said, I'm just glad that I can, vibe with y'all. I can chill and I can talk and I can express my thoughts. Because when I first made this YouTube channel, I didn't expect it to really get big or blow up or anything like that. I mean, I expected to get a few views here and there, but like my most viewed video was like 250,000 views. And I hit my first 1K subscribers probably about, I don't know, maybe a year or two in, something like that. It was like, because I started October 2008. I ain't get my first, I got my first 100 view video, I think a week. It was like a week into me making this channel. And then I didn't get my first 1,000 view video until about maybe a few months later. And then that's when I started meeting people on here. We're not really meeting people face to face, but that's when I started, starting to get a little bit of a sense of the YouTube community and see, what people on here were about. And there's a few people who I've met on here in person. But that's one thing I always wanted to do with some of the viewers. And, that's my, I wanted to always do a meet and greet. But yeah, man, that's always something that was on my bucket list, man. I'm about to share this to my I'm about to share it to my page. Salute, man. Yo, thanks. Like I said, thank you for the love. Thank you for all the praise, man. I appreciate it. Like I said, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't say, but I still got a long road ahead. Yeah, there's still a lot that I want to accomplish on this app and as far as being able to reach people. And as always, I would say that I'm like one of the most open guys on idea. Y'all got a video idea. All right, can you guys see and hear me now? All right, so my fault, I had to reconnect. But yeah, man, I had to change cameras too. Hold on, what the hell? Let me see something real quick. Cause I'm on my webcam on here. Hold on. Lagging to you guys. My camera kind of laggy. Default overlay. But yo, once again, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in 110%. Share screen. All right, so all right, sweet. So you guys can see hear me clear now. But yeah, this is the this is the webcam that I was using. But like I said, if it was laggy, I apologize. I don't know what the hell that was up. I don't know what the hell that was about. But yeah, also I might start because I still got my video game channel. I'm not as active on that anymore, even though I really need to be. But I might start streaming games more on my RMGN channel, which I don't know how the hell that channel didn't get flagged by the name alone because it's called the Rage and Mad Gaming Nigga. Oh snap! Let me go ahead and yeah, like I said, I'm simulcasting on 3 different apps here, Tango, and on YouTube. Let's see here. Let's see, IG Live, Tango, and YouTube. You know, I should be doing TikTok too. You know what? That's probably a better idea. Black Diamond on Tango. What's up? How you doing? Thank you for doing it. Thank you for tuning in. I'm gonna try to do like Joker Kings. What's good? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in to my 17-year anniversary on YouTube. I appreciate it 110%. But yeah, man. Hello, love. You doing all right? Hopefully you're having a blessed evening. But yeah, you know, now that I think about it, you good? But yo, now that I think about it, my best year on YouTube was probably my best years. I would say between '09 and 2012-ish. And then like I said, I took a little bit of a break. But yo, some of y'all have been rocking with me. But yeah, man, yo, for Joker Kings, I'm good. Thank you. I'm broadcasting on here, YouTube, and Tango right now. So I'm trying to kind of divert my attention with all 3 apps that I'm streaming on right now. But yeah, man, I'm doing great, feeling good, wonderful. And once I get this phone charged up, I might you know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna stream on 4 different platforms at one time. I'm about to go live on my TikTok as well. So now I'm going to be streaming on Tango, YouTube, IG Live, and TikTok at once. All right, here we go. But yeah, for anybody, you know, thank you guys for tuning in, tapping in with me. You'll be going live, so you can invite me in. Like I said, I'm streaming on. I'm just thanking my viewers right now, even though it's only one right now on my YouTube page. Ah. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. Add a title. Hold on, 17-year YouTube anniversary. Bah! And we are live. right, 3, 2, 1, bang. Now I'm live on YouTube, Tango, TikTok, and IG Live. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and just set my other phone right here. And I drop my controller. I'll be damned. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking, I'm doing good, feeling good, feeling amazing. Crazy thing is, I just now got off of work. Icy King, what's good? How you doing? Joe, what's good? Danny, what's good, homie? How you doing? You doing all right? Thank you for tapping in, bro. But yeah, man, like for everybody who's just now tuning in wondering, I'm live primarily on YouTube and I'm doing my 17-year YouTube anniversary. I'm streaming on 4 different platforms right now: YouTube, TikTok, IG Live, and Tango. But yeah, man, thank you. Hold on, Victoria invites me to co-host.
Hey, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you as well.
Hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you just fine.
So my question to you is, what is your definition of family?
Oof. Family doesn't necessarily have to be blood. Family can be anybody who you form a strong bond or connection with. Hell, a friend can be family. Somebody, of course, blood related can be family. So my definition of family is anybody you have a strong bond or connection with.
Awesome. I'm taking this class called Social Problems, and I'm needing to interview a couple people of different generations. And it really, this is a subject matter that has been huge in our current society for many people, as people's lifestyles have changed and different major cultural issues, which many of us represent.
But with that in mind, would you say that the family dynamic is kind of dying out?
I would say the traditional family dynamic, definitely. That's my observance. More and more, especially women, are not getting married in the traditional sense. And men. I lived out in Seattle for 5 years, and I was told that there are more people that have a dog than have a child.
Yeah.
And most of them are single.
Yeah.
So it definitely is a very interesting subject.
Yeah.
So I hope you don't mind if I use you as subject matter in my assignment tonight.
Oh no, of course.
So I appreciate you coming on, and it really is an interesting subject matter, because I know I myself was brought up very traditionally.
So was I.
But ended up growing up in a family that was divorced. Oof. And lived with mom primarily. Yeah. And really wanting to get married and carry on that traditional sense, which didn't work out. So those definitions and those ideals have definitely been a big deal. And it's funny because even 30 years later, my parents, who are divorced, yes, we're a separated family, but yet sometimes they act more together as family as some people that stayed married.
Ooh, yeah.
There you go, with an even more,
and see, I come from a traditional background myself, because my parents just celebrated their 41-year marriage anniversary. They've been married. Awesome. Yes, they've been married for 41 years. Yeah, 1982. Yeah, the early 1980s when they got married. And me, I'm a millennial. I was born in 1989. I'm 36 years old now. And that's all I grew up knowing, because the idea of a separated family or blended families was kind of always foreign to me. It's because I grew up knowing nothing besides my parents. But then as I got a little bit older and got a little bit more out into the world, I started to see that there's people who had, who come from different walks of life, different than me. my father. Let's see. You know, I think the only reason why my parents had I grew up in such a stable household is because my parents didn't. Because they didn't really, because they were breaking them generational curses. Because my father,
They were very
Mhm.
intent on that.
Mhm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because my father, he didn't really get along with his dad because his father had a family somewhere else.
Wow.
Yeah, my Papa was a Rolling Stone, basically.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know, I came from a long history down both sides of people that stayed married,
Mhm.
but mine did not. And then I'm the oldest of four, and all
I'm
of
the
us
oldest of
have
5.
yeah, all of
Yeah.
us. I remember one Christmas during COVID, we all showed up at the house, and there were no girlfriend, boyfriends, no wives, husbands,
Everybody was
and
single.
it was just everybody was divorced, everyone was single. And there was mom and dad here. They're divorced. We had a picture of like all of us in this picture, you know. And it hasn't stayed that way, but it was very very interesting family dynamic, you know, to go that year.
Are you childless too?
So no, I have 2 that are grown.
Oh, okay.
And here he is. I'm gonna try to bring him on. So let's see if I can bring him on.
Like I said, because I'm 36, no kids yet, but both of my younger siblings who are sisters, they have. I have a 2-year-old niece and I have a 7-month-old niece.
Yeah.
Because both my sisters are 20 and 23. So yeah.
Interesting. So Timothy, if you're on and you can come on live video if you want to do the invite thing. I'll let you in. I'd love to interview you on this. I'm putting him on the spot. I don't know if he can come on. If not, I'll FaceTime with him later.
Also, what's funny enough is you kind of caught me smack dead in the middle of my 17-year YouTube anniversary. Yes, I'm currently streaming live on my YouTube page right now. So you're talking to, right now there's only like 3 different viewers, but I have a total of 7,200 subscribers on YouTube, and I'm streaming to them right now, so they're gonna see the playback of this. If you don't mind,
yes, and I'm going to let someone else in. So, hey,
What's up, man?
So,
Big.
So, Big, I want to ask you, what is your definition of family?
Come again.
What is your definition of family?
Family is one thing you're supposed to treasure. Like, they are literally everything. For me, that's what I think.
What is your description and your definition of what makes up family?
1, love. 2, trust. Then you literally support them when they need you the most.
Wow. Okay.
So that's literally mine.
Really good. Thank you for answering my questions. I think it's like really important questions that we all ask and like revisit, like what that means to you and what we're wanting, because sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't for some of us as we go through life, and sometimes it just like we become more confirmed. That's my opinion on what we think. I know for me, I have. I've been in situations where I live very far away from my genetic family, and where friends that I made became family to me. When I lived in DC and out in Seattle, I had friends that became family. Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, who do you call when you get sick? You know, your emergency contacts. That's a question, you know, when you're single, it becomes like, that's a weird question when you're like, I work in the ER. That's a question that, you know, when you come in to the hospital or the ER, they always ask, who's your emergency contact? And you're like, oh crap, who do I ask? Who do I put down? You know, and you know, who are your closest family members? You know, who do you want to contact? Those are questions that we're asked all the time. And it's like, and then you got like, you're really forced to think of, okay, who is my family? Who are the kind of family? So, you know, I have those people that, oh, if something really happens, like you can call on them, like, you know, your car breaks down, you know, or if something like goes wrong that you can really call on and they're going to be there for you. So, I think that ultimately becomes like a big definition for me. Outside of the genetic and the, you know, traditional idea of children and marriage and relationships.
Yeah, bonding is a big thing too. It really is, because you know the traditional like this, the big four, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, the 4th of July, and you know maybe another, you know, family reunion, stuff like that. Like the big four where family actually gets together. Stuff like that is starting to become few and far between. I mean, don't get me wrong, but like Thanksgiving and Christmas is still a tradition in my family where we all still get together. But now it's like, you know, people aren't flying 6, 7, driving 6, 7, 8 hours, flying halfway across the country to see family and everything. It's like, hey, you know, Merry Christmas. We can FaceTime each other now. Or, you know, stuff like that. So stuff like that is like, you know, actually coming together. Like now, I mean, as opposed like where people will only families see each other like 3 or 4 times a year. Now it's like maybe once a year, maybe.
Right. Yeah. I know. I'm now in Mississippi, and I got family in Virginia.
I'm in Virginia. I'm in Roanoke. Yeah.
Florida. Where in Virginia?
Roanoke.
Okay. I used to live in Harrisonburg. I've lived in, grew up in Hampton Roads. Of course, lived in DC area over 10 years, and it was a big change, you know. And then, of course, I've lived across the country. So, you know, it gets interesting, like different areas, like what that viewpoint is. Like culture is different from the north, from the south, or west coast. The East Coast, totally different. Like talk about the subject matter, it's definitely interesting. I'm looking to see if anybody is say over the age of 50 comes on this live, if you're willing to come on and let me interview you. I really appreciate it. But I appreciate everybody who's come on and passing on through. I'm gonna hold this on for a couple more minutes before because I have to interview one person. They said one person old and 1 year age. Well, I'm gonna go with younger and then try to find some. I may be a video chatting with Dad in a few minutes. When this is over, saying, hey.
Because there's a lot of millennials and Gen Zers on. There's not many Gen Xers on this app. There's a lot of millennials and Gen Zers on here. So, and the thing is, like, but that's the thing, is that a lot of millennials and Gen Zers, we were raised by Boomer and Gen X parents.
Hello. How are you?
Doing good. So where are you at, Jar?
I am from Ecuador.
¿Se habla español?
Ecuador.
Yes. I live in Las Vegas, Utah.
Viva in
Las Vegas. So I have a question.
Okay.
Tiene pregunta.
What is your definition of family, familia?
¿Qué esta es tu definición de familia?
¿Cómo?
¿Qué esta es tu definición de familia?
Mi definición de familia.
Sí.
For example, for me, my family is important. My family is everything for me. Right?
So very important.
Yes.
Wow. What makes up family for you? If you can describe it, like, who is your family?
Like, what does it mean to you?
like mama, papa, niños.
In Spanish or
Inglés o español?
okay, español. My mother está en Ecuador.
Oh, mother.
Okay, so she's far away in Ecuador.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you have family where you live in Las Vegas?
No.
No?
Las Vegas, nothing.
Yeah.
Everything Ecuador, my family.
Yeah, and for me, for example, when I lived in DC, my best friend, one is Peruvian and one is from Bolivia, and they said to me, we will be your family because our family's away and we know what that's like. So, for that time when I was there in DC, they were like, hey, we are your family. So that became my definition. My friends became very close to my definition of family, during that time, and they're still very close to me. So, yes.
Okay.
I love that you came on and to hear what you say, and how is Las Vegas? You like it?
Like
Las Vegas?
yes, beautiful.
All right. Awesome. We got Virginia. I'm in Mississippi. And what about you, Big?
Where you live?
Spanish?
Don't you hear me?
Yeah. Can Big hear me?
He might have zoned out.
Yeah.
He doesn't know I'm still interviewing him. But thank you for everyone coming on and answering my questions, and happy anniversary on your YouTube live.
Yes. As you guys can see.
Coming on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks so much, you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna end this.
All right. We appreciate it. Thank you for coming up.
What's up, bro? Hello, my friend.
If you ask a black...
Well, that was fun and engaging. I did not expect that. But anyway, that was a little bit of that was a fun chat. I had fun with that.
New
McDonald's. But yeah, man, I was planning on being on here for about an hour. But yeah, guys, I like little conversations like that. Like I really do, because they come few and far between. Who is this? Lisa Hernandez. Ooh, she don't even look like a real woman. I might stream live later on. I think, matter of fact, I think I need to check to see if that page is still even active for real. Oh, there's a new streaming Def Jam fight from New York. But yeah, man. If you guys haven't already, check out my 5-year and 10-year and 15-year anniversary videos. Those are a lot of fun to make. Well, my 16-year anniversary, because I think I counted down to like my top 10 moments. Yeah. But yeah, man. I figure I'll chop it up with you guys just a little bit more. But oh damn, my knee just popped. God, I hope I got it. I think I really am getting old here. But what do you guys think that I should do more of? Do you think you guys think that I should do more live streaming, like I said, or does it depend? Because I kind of want to have because if I go live, I don't want to go live just to shoot the shit. I kind of want to have a theme behind it. Like I said, I still got my NFL Fourth and Goal podcast, but it depends. But yo, also, I want to shout out some people. I want to shout out to my homie TJ, aka Lil 580, or he goes by TJ the Realist. He's been saying some spicy, controversial things lately, but that's still my dog. He's one of the first people I met on here. Shout out to my boy, Let's Be For Real, Jamal Green. He's doing big things for his community in Chicago, holding public office. I think he's running for office, but yeah. Also, my boy Me Mug 11, aka Eric Vice, Eric V. That's my boy. Glad to see that he's still doing a big. He's doing it big on not on TikTok, but on he's on TikTok too, but he's doing it big on Twitch. Matter of fact, I think I might stream on Twitch now a little bit more often too. Shout out my boy Chun, aka the Hitman 509. I think he was like one of my very, very first subscribers. Let's see. Shout out to Black, Blue, Purple, I think what his name is. And shout out to the Light Seeker 94. My day one. The Light Seeker 94. He's one of my day ones. Also the Nerd Gangster. I forgot what his name. Let's see. I just remember his YouTube name, the Nerd Gangster. He's been Riley Richards. Shout out to Riley Richards. Yes. Like I said, it's a lot of you guys. Also, my girl Bianca Vasquez. Thank you for always tuning in to me. Thank you for laughing. And I've actually gotten to know you off of the record. So thank you. Love you lots. Also, I want to shout out to my dad too, because my dad actually subscribed to my YouTube page a couple of years ago. And and the thing is, me picking up YouTube as a hobby and like making just a tad bit of revenue off of it, I never really knew what my parents would think of it. It's like, hey, mom, hey, dad, I make YouTube videos. And it's like, oh, that's nice, son. But the crazy thing is that most of the support that I've gotten is from strangers. It's from people that I just exclusively met on here. Like, and the thing is, like, even at my when I was in college, like some people in college stumbled upon my YouTube page and then they seen that I had like 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers with over 750,000 views. They're like, wait a minute, I didn't know this about you. I'm like, well, there's a lot of things that y'all don't know about me. And then there's some people who just exclusively knew me from TikTok or just exclusively knew me from IG that found me on here. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because YouTube is always my primary the thing that I would stream on, that I would primarily get my audience across. And I will kind of admit, and this is something that I kind of want to admit to y'all, like a lot of my earlier videos were kind of cringe. But then again, I would just like I said, I didn't really take myself serious. I would just get my feet wet on here. But yeah, like I said, I don't know I can't see who's viewing me right now. Hold on. Let me oh, you still here? Yeah. Hold on, I'm about to stream this to my yo what's up to all my snappers? I'm currently live on my YouTube page streaming my 17-year anniversary. If y'all free, come tap in, show your boy some love. Yo. But yeah, man, yo, I appreciate the love, man. Like I said, I just gave a shout out to all my day ones and like people who have been rocking with me ever since I started back in 2008. And the thing is, like, it's crazy how a hobby became YouTube has become actually a big part of my life now. And I can honestly say that. Like I said, it was a hobby, just me BSing around, man. And it really turned into something big for me. Because it helped me express myself, because I've always had these crazy ideas in my head, and I really just didn't know how to get it out or who to get it out to, because I always wanted to express myself, but this has always been a platform for self-expression. And whether people liked it or whether people hated it, they still tuned in to see it. But yeah, Trey Finesse, like, yo, thank you for the love, man. Like, 110%. Like I said, because if it wasn't for you and guys like you, the first video you watched was you did a comparison to Andre and Calvin Johnson. Yo, matter of fact, hold on. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull that joint up. My videos. Because I made that video back in, I think it was like 2012 or something like that. Playlist, watch later. It was in my playlists. My vlog. Yeah. Yeah, I made this video October 18th, 2012. Yo, this video is 13 years old today. Thank you for reminding me about this video, man. But yeah, bro. And then, like I said, my wrestling videos, my WWE vids, and I'm still doing my my WWG podcast, Wrestling with Greatness. I'm doing that with my boy Kev Veazey too. I need to start doing more wrestling videos too, because I kind of slacked off on wrestling. And the wrestling community has been very, very big in my life as well. Matter of fact, I don't know what the community guidelines on this is for YouTube, but I went to an AEW Collision show recently. It was the beginning of August when I went. And Hangman, Hangman Adam Page, he lives, he's from where I'm from. Well, I live in Roanoke. Hangman Adam Page was born in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm about 45 minutes from where Hangman Adam Page was born. But yeah, Virginia, and also Teddy Atlas is from the same city that I'm from. Wrestling legend. But yeah, man, I'm gonna definitely do like more wrestling reviews and stuff like that, man. Also, are you following me on TikTok? If not, then my name on there is the DreadMan 540. So that's my area code. But yo, speaking of wrestling, like, are you more of an AEW fan or are you more WWE? Or does it matter? You just a wrestling fan all around? Because did you watch the AEW pay-per-view last night? That shit was a banger. Yeah, AEW was fire last night, man. But I can't wait to see Monday Night Raw to see what happens with the Vision, or what's left of the Vision, with Seth freaking Rollins being kicked out of the Vision. And with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed pretty much just going rogue. You're a WWE guy first to try AEW, but the storytelling both have been trash for a long time and disappointing. Yeah, and lately it seems like AEW just kind of been relying more on shock value. I mean, it works sometimes, but other times it seems like it's a little bit like they're trying to get a cheap pop out of you. But I'll be honest with you. When I first got into wrestling, I was a WCW guy first. Sting is my all-time favorite wrestler. And it was a hell of a treat to see Sting come back last night in the middle of John Moxley and Darby Allin's match. And that's the one wrestler that I wanted to meet in person is Sting. That's still on my bucket list. I gotta meet Sting. But it's also, but it's a shame that Sting's WWE run was short and it didn't live up to the hype. But I was just happy to see Sting in the WWE ring. But yeah, man. Also, I'm hearing that Edge and Chris Jericho's AEW contract is expiring soon, so we might see them back in the WWE ring. And Chris Jericho says he's retiring soon anyway. Yo, the amount of Sting should have been in the roster between 2000 and 01. I forgot why he said he didn't want to go to WWE, or I think if he just wanted to just take a break from wrestling. Because during the Invasion storyline, he was nowhere to be found, which I think he should have been a key player in the Invasion storyline. It would have made it so much better. But he took a 4-year break and then came back to wrestling TNA, where a lot of people will argue that he had one of his best runs in wrestling ever. But I could make like a whole video essay on Sting. I really could. You think those two will come back? What will be their storylines? Because a lot of people saying that John Cena's retirement match should have been against Edge. I agree. Well, actually, I think John Cena's retirement match should have been against The Rock for real, because The Rock and John Cena never really got their rubber match. They never got their their trilogy in. And Chris Jericho, I want to see Chris Jericho come back during the 2026 Royal Rumble, because Edge, AJ Styles, and Chris Jericho are all retiring in 2026. I want to see Chris Jericho come back to the Royal Rumble because I want to see him break that record. Well, he's currently got the record for longest time spent in the Royal Rumble out of any competitor, like 5 hours and 6 minutes, something like crazy like that. And then Randy Orton has the next closest record with like 4 hours and 58 minutes, something crazy like that. But I don't see, but the thing is, if Edge and Chris Jericho come back to WWE, I don't really see them getting a major title run. The only thing I really see them is just putting over some new talent. I mean, you could get like a match with like Edge and Braun Breaker. You can see Edge have unfinished business with the Judgment Day storyline. That'll be a good thing. That'll be a good thing to end his career. To see him like tie up the loose ends with the Judgment Day and see what it's become. Chris Jericho, I would love to see Chris Jericho and Cody Rhodes go at it for real, because they never really got to clash that much in AEW. But the fact that they both have ties in history to AEW, that could make for a more juicy, interesting storyline. Hold on, let me see who the 8:00 game is for. Damn, Denver beat the New York Giants by 1 point, and yeah, Dallas smoked Washington. Yo, what the hell's up with all these high-scoring games? Damn. Atlanta and San Francisco is the 8:00 game tonight. Seth Rollins and Chris Jericho will have a good program together. I could actually see that, especially if it was for the heavyweight title. Punk and Jericho would be fun. I could see that. I really could. Like I said, AJ Styles is retiring next year too. I would love to see him in NFL just like WWE. That's another topic for another day. You ain't lying there, man. But God, dog, the Broncos actually came back and beat the Giants. I couldn't believe that. That's crazy. But yo, have you noticed there's been a whole bunch of upsets lately? If you've been paying attention to football, it's been upset city, upset after upset after upset. That shit is unpredictable. Yeah, yo, AJ versus Jericho, I would like to see their feud, but I think in WWE, doesn't Chris Jericho have like the most Intercontinental title runs? Him winning the Intercontinental title. Hold on, matter of fact, let me see. In WWE, who currently has the most Intercontinental title wins? Chris Jericho.
Record for the most Intercontinental title wins with a total of 9. The current champion, however.
Yeah, Chris Jericho needs to come back and win his 10th Intercontinental title and then retire. And yeah, the NFL with all the drama is starting to become just like the WWE. Now, you can argue whether or not it's scripted, but hey, are you not entertained? Because I sure as hell am. But yo, what do you think about Ilya Dragunov coming back? Because a lot of people say that he should have won the Intercontinental title, but he won the U.S. title instead. But yeah, the Intercontinental title isn't as prestigious as it used to be 20-something years ago. But that was called the working man's title. And then there's been a few events where that was like the marquee matchup, like where the Intercontinental title got the main event spot over either the WWE or the World Heavyweight title. But yeah, I would definitely like to see if Chris Jericho came back. A lot of people say that John Cena should win the title over Dom. So that way he become a triple crown champion. WWE, World Heavyweight, United States, and the Intercontinental. Let Austin Theory win it and build him up for Montez Ford. Yeah, I believe it. Austin Theory winning. And the thing is, a lot of people say that WWE right now is wasting Carmelo Hayes. They're wasting Austin Theory. And a lot of people say that Shinsuke is back, but they're going to waste him too. I hope they don't. That's the one thing that I don't want them to do. But I don't know if you've seen Shinsuke. I don't know if you follow Shinsuke Nakamura on Instagram, but he made a post saying that he's probably not going to wrestle that much longer either. Like he's probably going to be done in about another year or two. And Shinsuke Nakamura is nothing but what? 42? 43? Shinsuke, hold on, let me see. Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh, he's 45. Wow. Yeah, Shinsuke Nakamura is born February 14th, 1980. Wow, so Shinsuke Nakamura is 45. So, yeah, it would make sense that he hangs up the boots in about a year or two. Like I said, I still think he got one. I think Shinsuke Nakamura, I still think he got like one more good year left in him. Well, one more run where he can have a major title. But yeah, man, it'll be interesting. Like I said, and also you got to keep in mind all of the NXT call-ups that can happen between, I would say, Royal Rumble 2026 and next year, in like between Royal Rumble 2026 and like the next couple of years. But yeah, but look at everybody who's got who's got potential that can be coming up. You know, they got Braun Breaker, they got Oba Femi, they got Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is already 35 though. Let's see. But that's a lot of people's biggest fear. Also, what do you think about Stephanie? Like, there's some people who say that even though Stephanie McCare deserves what she's getting, Some people say that she rose to the top too quick. And hold on, let me see. Let me look up Stephanie Vaquer too. And Stephanie Vaquer is only 31. But here's the thing is she's only been with WWE for 18 months. But that's what I'm worried about is if you rise too quick to the top, after about 2, 3, 4 years, there's going to be nowhere else left for you to go but down. And then when you rise to the top too quick, that's a quick fall because then there's going to be nothing else left for you to do. And the only thing that's going to be left for you to do is just put over new talent. Because look at like the top 5 females on the roster right now. Oh yeah, the women's division is probably the best talent in the NXT. Yeah, the best division in NXT. But I just hope that they don't fumble over Finley when they call him up. Yo, a lot of people say that this could happen. What if John Cena versus Gunther is the last matchup for his career? John Cena gets beat by Gunther, but then Oba Femi comes out and interrupts the celebration. That would be dope as hell. Or do you think that they should save Oba Femi until Royal Rumble 2026? But yeah, the women's division is stacked right now with talent. And also, I hope that they don't waste Trick Williams. Well, I think that they should let Trick Williams cook in NXT and TNA for just a little bit more. I don't think that he should make his main roster debut until I would say after WrestleMania 42. I agree. Save Obafemi, save Trick Williams, save them for 2026. You get a fresh start at the new year. And besides, but if you think about it, in the next 2 to 4 years, all the top guys are going to be going on their way out. Like John Cena, he's done after this year. AJ Styles he's retiring in 2026. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be retiring in the next couple of years. Roman Reigns says that he's not going to wrestle past 2028. Cody Rhodes said he didn't want to wrestle past the age of 40, but with the way it's looking right now, he still might hang around for a couple of years in his 40s. But Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins is 38. Yeah, Seth Rollins is 38, 39. He's probably, I think Seth Rollins probably got maybe like another 4 to 5 years left in him where he can be at the top. But yeah, I would say by 2029, 2030, everybody that we grew up watching is going to be gone. And then it's going to be all NXT call-ups. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Everybody that we know that we grew up watching wrestling with is going to be retired. And it's going to be time for the new blood. But I'm not worried because I think that with the right booking, and the thing is, contrary to what everybody's saying, I trust Triple H. I trust the way he books matches. I believe in him. Yeah, because Rollins has been getting injured a lot. And this thing is, injuries will cut your career short because he's had 2 different knee injuries. I trust him because the thing is, I don't think anybody knows professional wrestling better than somebody who's already been in the top before. I trust the way he would book matches. And the thing is, Triple H likes long-term booking. He's not like the popcorn microwave, because this is the reason why a lot of people say that they don't like Tony Khan's booking. Because Tony Khan tries to rely too heavily on fan service. He tries to give people what they want now. And the thing is, when he gives people what they want, then they're still not satisfied. But that's the thing is, I think that long-term booking has a hell of a lot more payoff. As opposed to slapping the title on one person and then the title bouncing around from, wrestler to wrestler every 3 months. No, I don't like that. But me personally, I like the slow burn. I like the long-term booking to where there's a payoff at like a major pay-per-view. Because if you look at Gunther, he's one of the top guys right now, and I think he could be on the top for like the next 5 to 10 years. Because Gunther's only 37. He's still young. explain the whole Rock, Travis Scott, and Cena thing. To me, they fumbled that one because they weren't. Because I'm hearing like 2 or 3 different things. They could have been like the next NWO. But yeah, I think they could have done a lot more with that, but they fumbled it. I think one reason why is because of creative differences between The Rock and Triple H, and because The Rock, he makes sporadic appearances, and then it wasn't, clear about Travis Scott's schedule. And Travis Scott said he was willing to put in the work to try to be a part-time wrestler, or at least to be part of a stable. But yeah, them being a stable would have been a good idea. But there's damage control that they can do right there. But yeah, I was hoping for Rock Cena 3 for the final match. But like I said, it doesn't look like we're going to get it. But hey, if we do, cool. If we don't, that's cool too. But yes. Also, the next big pay-per-view is Survivor Series, and I'm going to do my Survivor Series prediction once the full card gets released. Yeah. But yo, man, yeah. I have to see it. Hunter's booking long term, but he's not doing it right now for me at least. Have patience, my friend. Have patience. But yo, man, I only wanted to be on here for an hour. I'm gonna get out of here now. Just to celebrate my 17 years with you guys. And like, I had an unexpected pop up. I streamed on TikTok for like a half hour and had a co-host come through. But yeah, man. But also, like I said, I'll be back soon. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not retiring. I'm still gonna be consistent with giving you guys content, checking in with y'all. But anyway, I'm out, guys. Y'all have a good night. Peace and love.